I actually don't want to say what the right decision is. I think that's a very important decision for the Japanese people.
Thank you very much, Miranda-san. By the way, she was a member of ethical committee established by Germany and co-chaired by Dr. Tepper, and therefore she was fully knowledgeable about what kind of discussion that took place in Germany. And also she lived in Japan for 2 years or something when she was very young, so she knows this country as well. And therefore her response was very sensitive and sensible. And thank you very much, understanding Japanese mentality as well. Then may I request Jill to respond to this question briefly. Okay, Jill. But I have another question to you. Another question to you. That is this perceived risk and the physical risk.
It's a short complement to what Miranda has just said. I would like to underline the fact that whatever will be the answer to this question about the future of the nuclear activities in Japan, there will be several decades, if not hundreds of years, where you will have to deal with nuclear issues. And Mr. Topfer this morning has developed a nice presentation on energy perspective in Germany, but there are still nuclear activities in Germany, and they will have to be dealt with. And it will take a long time, not to speak of the decommissioning and not to speak of the management of radioactive waste, where we are talking of thousands of millions, let's say 100,000 years or millions of years even. So I think each day, notably in Japan, is bringing us the proof that we need to involve the society into all the radioactive management and all the safety management. Because this is an issue where civil society could have a crucial contribution to vigilance and to escaping for future disaster.
Thank you very much. And next question is for Eduardo. That is the point made by Ambu-san. That's his second point, the need for intersectoral approach and multi-stakeholder approach. I think that is very much in common with the project NERIS.
Okay. So. Well, it is indeed a multidisciplinary approach that we need to deal with the post-accident situation. You need to engage all kind of stakeholders, health professionals, for instance. You need to engage the decontamination companies, the companies who are applying this, to explain what they are doing, the strategies, of course, the authorities, the local authorities, the national authorities, local associations, farmers associations. So it's multi-perspective. Also, I think it's important the role that radiation protection professionals and experts can play into giving a good scientific perspective to the different actions. But this is not the only input. This is just one input. Of course, decontamination is oriented to reduce dose to people. Radiation dose to people. And radiation dose to people implies an incremented risk of cancer development in the future, but it's only one risk in our lives. I mean, a good advice could be for people in these areas, stop smoking, for instance, so they reduce risk of cancer due to other agents, but it's a matter of dealing with risk. This is always very difficult, so you need many inputs and taking the proper actions. I think also having a perspective for recovery is very important for health, because this is also part of the overall concept of health, having a perspective for your future and not a black tunnel in front of your life. So this is also very important. So acting is very important. And in this sense, acting collectively is much better than acting for following rules or acts because they are advised. It's better to understand and to participate. So basically, this is my final.
Okay.
It's important to understand why you are doing things and to participate on that, and then taking actions collectively.
Okay, thank you very much. And the last point raised is the issue of capacity, lack of capacity on the part of cities and municipalities. And this question I'd like to ask Wolfgang to respond.
It's difficult. I mean, it's obvious that decontamination cannot go to 0 levels. Decontamination may lead to a factor in dose reduction of 2, if you're very lucky, a factor of 5. And this means I would recommend to really start with these lower contaminated areas between 1 and 20 millisieverts, because there you see an immediate effect. If you go to these very high contaminated areas in the order of 50 millisievert per year or more, and if you have a reduction factor of 2, you are still above the 20 millisievert limit, which is recommended from ICRP to stay in this region. So again, I cannot judge the capabilities here of the municipality in Japan, but I see that still the whole decontamination process is ongoing, and what we have seen during this 6 days, it's far from being completed. And therefore, I would concentrate on the lower contaminated areas and discuss what might be the possibility to do with the high contaminated areas in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, to conclude this session, I'd like to request Victor, he's, as I said, from Belarus, to give us his thought about credibility, which is the core for decontamination.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It is essentially important to achieve a higher level of credibility from the side of local residents to any countermeasure undertaken by the government and related institutions. My personal point of view is that governmental bodies, politics, experts, and scientists should often visit the affected areas, consult residents, share information with them on site. Doing so is very important. Otherwise, people won't have trust and will not want to follow recommendations and be involved in any other risk-minimizing activities. In Belarus, the official and experts often perform activities on site, have meetings in the affected areas, do consultings, disseminate information materials to the affected resident. And I'd like to express my confidence that our research developments will be of practical value for Japanese scientists and their response efforts and mitigation action in order to combat the consequences of the devastating Fukushima and BP accident. Thank you.
Thank you very much. With this, I'd like to conclude this session. With this, I'd like to conclude this session. And please give a big hand to all these panelists. And thank you very much. We have had a very good discussion here. Thank you very much indeed. So now, session is concluded. Thank you very much.
President Mori, panelists and commentators, discussants, thank you very much.